5 seconds. I am overwhelmed by the affectionate welcome extended to me. Your good wishes and blessings are an inspiration to me to live and serve. It has been a difficult year for me for mere bodily troubles. However, I do not care. Dust return to dust. But the fact that this has been a very difficult year for the country worries me day and night. The coming year may be even more critical. One wrong step can bring the country to ruin. My 74 years are a fairly long lifespan in a country like India. There is not much time left to me in this world. But what departure could be better than to depart with all the love that you have shown? I can only pray to God to make me every day more deserving of your blessings as long as I live. But India's leader, our helmsman, is abroad these days. Mine is a limited role to strengthen his hands as long as I can. He is exerting himself to enhance the honor of our country. Of course, it was Gandhiji, above all, who gained for India a place of honor in the world by the way he lived and still more by the way he died. Next to him, our leader has raised the status of our country by the spirit with which he is doing his work abroad. For true honor, however, and for the protection for our integrity, we should set our house in order. Honor abroad without strength at home cannot last long. We have to live up to the expectations we raise in the world. People, both from within and outside the Congress, are criticizing us. Some go to the extent of saying that British rule was better. This is unfortunate because when we think like this, we show preference for slavery. But we should not forget that our centuries old slavery was a burden set so oppressively on our chest that we could not even breathe. We have thrown off that burden but have yet to recover our breath. Now, life is being infused into an almost dead body. We are not yet fit to walk. If we try to run before we have learned how to walk, we will break our legs. Let no one think we are ignorant of hunger and want in the country. If we were so ignorant, Prime Minister would have been right in saying that the government of this country had been handed over to men of straw. But even he realizes now that these are not men of straw, but men of a peculiar strength. It should not be forgotten that there is suffering everywhere in the world. What we need is economic independence, and that is not easy of attainment. There are so many barriers to be crossed. Devaluation has also created many difficulties which the peasant in the field and the laborer in the factory cannot realize. But those who fear difficulties can achieve nothing. Whatever the difficulties, there is power in man which can face them and overcome them. But it is given to man, not cowards, to achieve this. You must understand that great sacrifices will be needed to achieve economic independence, sacrifices of a nature different from those made in the freedom struggle, and all classes will have to contribute: the farmers, the factory workers, the rich, as well as the middle class people who are already hard pressed. The hardship may be less in the case of the rich, even none, let us presume. But in our country, rich persons are very few. Ours is a poor country with a sprinkling of the rich. It is not use chasing them all the time. I will deal with them anyway, but I know we have few men of experience in our country today. It is the bulk of the people. We must tighten their belts. Do not give to the government if you cannot afford it. Deposit what you can as a loan. Not only will our future be ensured, but industry also will get a boost. Today, we do not have enough financial resources for expanding industry and producing wealth. But if each individual makes his contribution in the form of savings, the savings of crores of people will go a long way towards achieving economic independence. There is no other way. From whose who are wealthy, we will try to get by persuasion. They will not be left out. But you must not say that we should take from them first and you will only follow later. There should be some kind of healthy competition here. I have no fear of internal dangers now. Whenever there is danger from outside, the world will share the risk because the big powers, affluent thought, they are always afraid lest another country become more powerful. Gandhiji taught us to shun fear. People of diverse faiths should live together and not quarrel among themselves. Students, be ready for the outlines. 5 seconds to go. Overwhelmed, ruin, helmsman, hunger, straw, barriers, cowards, financial resources. There is no other way. Oppressively, affectionate, departure, ignorant, handed over, everywhere, devaluation, titan, internal, persuasion, affluent.